You walked in for a birthday cake and left with a plain slab. You're not imagining it. Sam's quietly retired the over-the-top celebration cakes that made family photos pop. A Missouri shopper nailed it. It's like they replaced joy with efficiency. Today we'll expose 12 products you won't see again in 2025, starting with the bakery revamp that turned party centerpieces into afterthoughts, and ending with the freezer favorite that vanished with the plant-based pullback. Stay to the end so you don't plan a celebration around an item that's already gone. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
If you're like me and you love throwing parties or you need a cake for a special occasion but they're always so expensive, there's one thing I haven't shared yet. And that's getting your cakes from Sam's Club. If you didn't know, Sam's Club does special ordered cakes and they are crazy cheap. Cake like that cost me $17. If you were to go to any baker, it would have cost you easily $100 for the same thing. They do wedding cakes, graduation cakes, even 2 tiers for like 40 bucks.
The cake aisle didn't get smaller, you just lost the loudest option. Why do your photos now have a beige rectangle instead of a showpiece? Let's start with what changed when you weren't looking. The classic decorated cookie cakes and those big, show-off celebration builds slipped out. In their place, smaller layers, simpler faces, and designs that feel staged, not special. You used to point and say, that one. Now you scroll a tablet and land on a safe template. It fits in a flat box. It also blends into the table like a napkin. The official line calls it streamlined for consistency. Translation in the case, smaller formats, fewer flourishes, and a colder, production line look. You get fewer frosting colors, less piping, and more blank space.
For you guys that don't know, the birthday cakes are very good, and they're $19.99 for the cake.
The edges that once had loops and rosettes now run smooth and quiet. It's efficient. It's also forgettable. Think about the role these cakes played. Birthday traditions relied on frosting that stretched beyond the edges, names iced by a real hand, and goofy shapes that looked a little off and made you smile. That big reveal when the lid popped. It's now a standard panel with a stock font. The party still happens. The moment feels thinner. This isn't random. Retailers prune bakery SKUs first when labor and waste rise. High-touch items need longer prep, trained decorators, and more time at the bench. If a custom cake doesn't sell or gets picked up late, that's throwaway risk. A uniform fast ice sheet is safer. From a backroom clock, every minute saved is margin. From your camera roll, it's one less memory that pops.
So it's got all of these berries on top with like a nice cream on the inside. So you get this whole entire bar cake for just $18.
I just spotted the new bar cake that Sam's Club has come out with. It's a vanilla chantilly cream bar cake with fruit and whipped cream topping.
The old designs had a human touch. High frosting, bright colors, little imperfections that told you someone stood there and made it. The new look lands like it was printed from a computer. Clean, even, correct. Also a little lifeless. That neat edge saves hands-on time, but it cuts out personality.
And this is a pumpkin cookie butter bar cake. This is a Members Mark Sam's Club tuxedo bar cake. Today we're going to be trying 2 cakes from Sam's Club.
Cookie cakes took a hit too. Those giant chocolate chip covered slabs of joy that fed a whole office or a row of kids at a park. Gone. The swap is a smaller round or a plain bar that checks the box, not the vibe. A big cookie with a heavy frosting border felt like a small event. A smaller, tidy piece reads like a snack. And yes, shoppers have noticed.
It's topped with whipped icing, strawberries, and dark chocolate decals, with a nice coating of pecans around the edge. This is a 10-inch 2-layer cake. It's got the classic sponge cake soaked with milk and a strawberry filling in the middle.
I have been eyeing this cake for years now, honestly. It's always so pretty, and even though I didn't like it at first, Tres Leches cake is now one of my favorite kind of cakes.
A Missouri shopper summed it up. It's like they replaced joy with efficiency. That line sticks because it matches the taste test. The new cakes are fine, but forgettable. Like biting into a store-brand donut at 4 p.m., sweet, neat, and gone from your mind by the time you toss the napkin.
You buy these back in the bakery department, so they do have things out on tables that you can buy, like muffins and stuff like that. $16.98, you might think that's a lot, but it's a big cake.
Yeah,
I mean,
you take it to a gathering of some kind of slice off slices. You'll have a lot of slices.
This could feed. I wonder how many people they plan on feeding, because you could feed quite a few people with that.
Quite a few.
I mean, look at that.
Behind the counter, the math drives the frosting. Private label upgrades and so-called efficiency bakes aim for speed. Fewer frosting colors to mix, simpler piping to train, smaller pans to bake. That saves minutes per unit and dollars per hour. Fewer tools to wash. Fewer chances to mess up a name.
My mouth is seriously watering. Let's taste. That is good tres leches.
This costs about $19, so not bad at all considering how large it is.
The thing I always worry about most with tres leches cake is the texture. I don't want it too soggy, but I also don't want it too dry, and this is in that perfect right in between.
Less time waiting on a decorator who knows how to build a stacked theme cake without collapse. All practical. None of it feels like a party. If they'll cut the cake, what else tied to comfort gets trimmed next? Cafe treats that require a hand finish. Niche ready meals with a finicky sauce. Items that need temperature checks every hour instead of once a shift. The pattern is the same, anything fragile, fussy, or slow walks the plank first. So what is the takeaway for you? The pattern is predictable. When speed beats personalization, the first casualties are ritual foods. If the ritual matters, you might want to adjust now.
Let's try some of the pecans on the outside. I just love pecans on anything, so good. Now that is a bite. It's soaked enough in sweet milk, but it's not swimming in it, and that sweet strawberry filling in the middle just adds an extra dimension of flavor.
Ask what designs still exist. Order earlier. Consider a base cake and add your own toppers. Or shift to a local bakery for the centerpiece and use the club for the bulk sides. That way you keep the moment intact and let the box store handle the chips and soda. Because the truth is, the placeholder dessert is real. It shows up on time, it stacks well, and it won't ruin the budget. It also won't carry the memory. Now let's widen the lens. 11 more items prove this shift isn't just frosting deep.
My fear was that they would be a little wet because they had been refrigerated. Not at all. But I would absolutely be proud to buy either one of these and serve them to anybody. They're both
really,
delicious.
really good.
Yeah. I brought them. I don't know if you have to store them in the refrigerator or not. They don't have that on here. It doesn't say to store them in the refrigerator.
When a store picks speed over craft, the first losses hit your rituals, cakes, cafe treats, those niche ready meals that need hands, not timers. The shelves look tidy. The moments shrink. Before your next party run, check the Sam's Club app for stock and lead times, or call the bakery to confirm designs and pickups. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and tell us the item you miss most in the comments. Expect simpler, faster, safer bets in 2025. Plan around it and you keep the celebration, just not the same cake. Think centerpiece from a local shop, bulk sides from the club.